to tell you our experience in the recycling industry. So we consider that recycling, we call it, is endless resource. So plastic could be used and reused almost infinitely. That's why it's one of the most important material in the industry. This introduction, this presentation to tell you our view being a global supplier of granulator and single shaft shredder that are primary process machinery for the recycling industry. As a matter of fact, since we have been established in 1979, we have sold over 35,000 units worldwide, and a big percentage of them are still in operation. We are acting in various plastic sectors, thermoforming, extrusion, blow molding, injection molding, plastic recycling, but also in cable recycling. Why recycling? This is an analysis made back in 2022 regarding the demand of various polymers by the industry. With this analysis started back in 1983, and you can see the trend of the growth of the demand of polymers till 2030. On parallel, also the demand of recycled machinery is growing, and that's why CMG is focused to be more and more involved in the plastic recycling. From all over the world, Europe, Asia, Africa, etc., plastics is considered the second larger type of material to be recycled. And right now, according to the latest statistics, worldwide only 9% of plastic has been recycled. So all of us, we have a big future in front of that. Recycle, as is well known to almost everybody, is the best way to be green, use as less as possible raw material because the planet is limited on that. Limitation of natural resources and preservation of the environmental is expecting to grow in the entire world. That force the plastic industry to recycle. A quick view of the situation of plastic recycling in the various parts of the world. Here you can see some statistics that foreseen the market recycling growth from the situation that was fixed in 2023, about over 43,000 million, to grow about 8% in the next 8 years. That goes from 2024 to 2032. Also, the demand of plastic recycled is growing rapidly, and the industry has to follow up with that. That's also a boost because the environmental concern intensify around the world. So this is another reason why to recycle. Here in this diagram, you can see the expectation of plastic consumption in global area. In Europe, Latin America, North America, Africa, Middle East, etc. You can see the growth is constant everywhere. So that's important to be considered. In this second slide, as Sukan already presented before, you can see the situation specifically for Europe. What we recycle per kilos per habitant in the various European countries. And you can see that even if it's an average data, is not much of plastic, so we have still a lot to do. Of course, when we spoke in general about the plastic recycling, we should consider a lot of different material because plastics is a word. There are plastic polymers that are easier to be recycled, or more than that, are easier to be collected and segregating, and others that are more complex. I would like also to have a quick section about why Turkey as a nation is important for the plastic recycling. You probably are aware that since China banned the import of plastics, especially for Europe, Turkey became the preferred destination for the plastic waste from EU. And by far, according to the last statistics, as you can see here, the majority of the plastic waste from Europe arrive in Turkey. Just a minor percentage goes to India, United Kingdom, and other countries. So that means that Turkey is a perfect country where to recycle because you will have the possibility and the beauty to use plastics scrap as a natural resources to develop your industry and your business. Bottle recycling in the different market. Why bottle? Simply because bottles are containers, packaging that are mainly and easier to be recycled, segregated, and collected. Here, of course, bottles and containers may be of PET, polypro, or HDPE, and is expected to reach over 75,000 million value in 2033. So bottle recycling market expect to grow of 5% during those years. I will go quickly to make a view of the situation of the bottle recycling in various macro areas: North America, Europe, Asia Pacific, South America, and Middle East and Africa. This is graphically what is the expectation of the bottle recycling through the years for the various areas. And you can see that there is no area that don't foresee a growth into plastic recycling of bottles. Globally, according to the last statistics, the bottle recycling reached a percentage of 27% of the production. So that means that still there is a lot to go to recover all the bottles we produce worldwide. Of course, in some areas, this percentage has been beaten, so is more than that, but in other areas of the world is less than that. Again, according to the latest statistics, these are the expected growth area by area. For example, in the North America, the plastic bottles market supposed to grow of 4.5%, In Europe, even more, 4.8%, in spite of the fact that in Europe we have a big number of bottle recycling plants. South America also expect an even more growth in bottle recycling, up to 5.7%, thanks to the fact that they are starting to consider the bottles resources to be reused into the industry. Likewise, in the Middle East, they almost foreseen a 5% growth of recycling bottles. Africa is probably the area where, according to some analysis, our expectation as well, we foreseen the highest growth of recycling for bottles. As a matter of fact, we as CMG have been involved in more than a project to install the large recycling complex in Central Africa and South Africa. Plastics recycling, of course, is relatively simple, but according to our technology, the beauty of our machinery is that it gives a consistency of the dimension of the flakes produced. That's a big advantage for further operation like washing and re-extrusion. We have a very good cutting system, so not curled flakes that might stick together and make troubles during the feeding and reusing, lowest dust generation, and we maximize the percentage in size on a certain dimension. That helps the other process. Lower temperature to avoid the degradation of the polymer during grinding. Likewise, in parallel, also the food packaging is growing, and we are traditionally involved since decades in the thermoforming. So we also saw that many thermoformers will increase their recycling capacity. Also in this market, the trend is of a constant growth. You can see here that either for thin gauge or thick gauge, the use of polymers and consequently its recycling is supposed to constantly increase during the next coming years. In many cases, there is a mix of connection because in the thermoforming, often customers utilize also bottles, so they came from another process to be recycled and used into their packaging. Market growth is the expectation. The challenge is to make also the thermoform container more and more with recycled products. And the perspective is that also the industry and the market will accept more and more plastic recycle. Also a boost to this is the marketing awareness. So also the people that utilize the packaging are more and more concerned in using material that cannot be recycled. So plastic is a perfect material for that. In spite of the material composition, it's possible to recycle the thermoform container even if they are multi-layer. These are pictures of some of our applications for the recycling of the thermoforming containers for all kinds of plastics that reverse in quality flakes that can be reused into the extrusion of new material. That's all. Thank you very much.